What's going on, people of the internet? I'm Khaotic here with a K-double-R, and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time visiting my channel. Now, for starters, before we get into the topic of this video, let it be known I am going to be recording this video with my clip-on microphone. The previous one was just a regular microphone on my phone. And the reason why I'm stating this is because I want you guys to let me know who have seen the previous video, or for those who will eventually see it for yourselves, if you're interested. Let me know if you think the audio sounds any different between these microphones. Now, from the next video, or at least the next video after the next, because the next one I'm going to have probably a bonus video and might still use these microphones back and forth just to see if anybody notices. But between this one and the previous video, I want you guys to let me know if there was ever any difference between these two microphones. Because I've been using the clip-on one a whole lot less ever since I've gotten it a while ago. Because I really feel like it has not been making a difference from what I've been hearing through the editing process. Now, eventually I will switch over to a new microphone that hopefully didn't get fucked up in the mail. And hopefully my audio will sound fresh, will sound crispy. But in the meantime, while I'm using these microphones one last time, I really just need to know, did these microphones, between the two, ever make any difference? With that said, let's go ahead and get to our quick rant for today. This is just a random off topic I wanted to talk about, since I just discussed this with my sister earlier, because this is a little something I'm getting really pissed off with when it comes to social media and reseller apps like eBay, mercari, offerup, and many more. And that has to do with the promote features. Now, I must say that when it comes to YouTube, because when it comes to social media, the ones that I'm thinking of when it comes to promote features is the versions that you'll see for YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikToks. The reason why I state that is because there's also a different promote feature for long form horizontal format videos, but it functions completely differently from how promote feature for short format videos works. Even amongst those three platforms, the promote feature for short form content works just about the same for all three of those, but for long form horizontal content on YouTube, it works completely different. Maybe I'll explain how it works near the end of the video, but just let it be known I'm primarily focused on the version of the promote feature for short form content, and it works different for the one for long form content. With that said, fuck the promote feature. Now, if you're a viewer, you most likely have never seen it, and sure enough, unless you've heard a creator talking about it, you probably haven't heard about it. But for creators who upload short form content, every now and then, some people, every now and then, for me, damn near constantly, every time I fucking post a short video, these platforms will shove a promote feature in our face where basically it asks us to pay to promote. I think each of them have a different minimum and maximum for how much you can pay for a certain amount of views and followers, and there's no guarantee you're going to get that exact amount. But you are going to get a certain amount, because at least a certain amount of those views and followers are for sure to be bots. And they won't ever admit to this. But we know this is for sure, because when it comes to the rules of monetization, bot views and followers cannot contribute to the requirement of views and followers you need to be monetized. Which promote views and followers, oddly enough, cannot contribute to that factor. They cannot contribute to your growing, your build up to become monetized, because they are bots. And it is highly recommended you never pay for a social media promote feature, because if you're going to pay for bots, ladies and gentlemen, you might as well just buy your own bot network that you can own and use personally. Or hell, Do it for free and learn how to make your own. That's a thing you can do. It's possible. And you learn a new skill. I know this sounds funny to recommend, a better way to bot your social media, but if you're gonna buy your social media, for the love of God, just do it by your fucking self or buy your own bot network. Don't fucking pay these fucking platforms to do it. Please no. I am so fucking sick and tired of people paying for this shit from these platforms, then bitching about it later as if they're not the dumb fucks that spend their money on it. Ay, just don't pay for that shit. There's a chance you might get some legitimate views and follows out of it because it will give you a boost in the algorithm, but most of it is just going to be bots. And at this point, I don't give a flying fuck if you bot. Just don't pay them to do it. Make your own. Buy your own. Don't pay them to do it. That's so fucking stupid. And what's really annoying is how it does this every time I post a video. So many people on TikTok specifically, because with YouTube Shorts, admittedly, it's not as egregious. With TikTok, it won't just do it after you just posted it. But it'll do it multiple times where it throws your own video in your For You feed. As if you didn't already rewatch it multiple times to confirm that's what you wanted to post before you pressed it. Like, oh my god, I am losing the capability to even speak. R.I.P. English. I am losing the physical capability to speak because I am just so fucking dumbfounded by this shit. Oh my god, I hate it so much. But yeah, for a while people have been making the assumption that they must be suppressing views in order to shove the promote feature in your face, which it's really most likely not the case. But boy, is it very convenient that I don't blame people for thinking that with how often TikTok does it. YouTube Shorts does do it sometimes, but they're not as egregious as TikTok. YouTube Shorts might do it once or twice every now and then with a post. TikTok will do it almost every other post. And it's just so fucking... I want to punch the person in the throat who thought that fucking feature was a good idea. And that's just with the social media version of it, which I used to think was the worst version. But before making this video, I realized that the ones for reseller apps are worse. Because if you pay for these bots, you will at the very least get some bots viewing and following your shit. If that even somehow helps in any way, form, or fashion. It's not going to, but if somehow it does, you do get the bots that you pay for, to a degree. And worst case scenario, you lose your money and you look fucking stupid. But if you pay for the promote feature on something like eBay, OfferUp, or Mercari, you're losing money on something you're trying to gain money for. An item that you're reselling. And just like with the social media promote feature, the whole point of this is to push it out to more people. But it's just botted views to make it seem like people are looking at your item, thinking about purchasing it. Maybe one of those bots will add it to their favorites, but they'll never buy it because it's not a real human being. Like the social media promote feature, it can eventually lead it to being noticed by real people who may want it. But it's not a guarantee because it's mostly bots. It's just bots. It's mostly used by some of the most successful resellers, which you'll probably see making videos on YouTube talking about, is eBay still worth selling on in 2026? Why? Yes, it is. Or according to the reseller who's lucky enough to be very successful making it their main business because they have a shit ton of items to sell and they constantly use promote feature, but they'll never tell you that. They'll never tell you that. And then you're wondering why you're unsuccessful even though you're selling a shit ton of items for real fucking cheap. Fucking lying bastards. Oh, it's still good in 2020. Yeah, for you, motherfucker, because you're paying for the promote feature. You got the money to do that shit. Mister, I'm turning it into my business. Not everybody's going to turn it into their fucking business, dude. Some of us are just trying to get something off of our hands and make some extra cash. And what's funny is these resellers that are constantly using promote feature, they will snuff you out in the algorithm, in search results even. It doesn't matter how much you drop your price, they're always going to be at the forefront. Even if somebody's trying to look for the cheaper item. eBay, OfferUp, mercari, they all do it on purpose. And apparently, I guess they do this shit because they're trying to compete with retailers like Walmart and Amazon. Can somebody please explain to me why the fuck the resellers are trying to compete with the retailers? Why the fuck are you trying to compete with the guys who sell brand new items straight out of the factory with people trying to resell their used items straight out of their homes? Make that make fucking sense. Also, if the item I try to buy on the reseller app is not cheaper than what I try to purchase from the online retailers, and lately that has been my experience, unless it's something I can only get on a reseller's app, like a VHS tape or VCR. I mean, you could probably get something like that on Amazon, but, I digress. If it ends up being cheaper from the retailers, why would I buy from the resellers when the retailers got it cheaper and it's brand fucking new? Make it make sense, bro. I can't even get the cheap items because they're not being pushed, because they're not paying for promote feature. Sometimes, some people don't even show up in search results. They're literally invisible. Their listing it's like it doesn't exist. It'll never show up. So, you could be something like, oh my god, I'm selling DDR5 RAM for real cheap for $5 because I have a shit ton of it from collecting it from people throwing out good computers in the scrapyard. Oh, but nobody's buying it because nobody ever notices my listing. They're stuck buying scalped DDR5 RAM for, I don't know, $50 to $300 from the scalpers because they keep paying for the promo feature. And I, the guy that's selling it for real cheap, even though I got it for free, it's getting snuffed out. And nobody notices my listings. Oh, well, I guess all the people are crying about the RAM shortage are just not going to get cheap, affordable RAM then. Because I can't keep hoarding all this shit. So there's only one place for it to go. Off to the scrapyard with you. I'm not going to make barely anything over there, but at least I make something over making nothing by just leaving it on fucking eBay and OfferUp and nobody buys it. But the RAM shortage. My RAM. How am I going to get affordable RAM? Meanwhile, here was a motherfucker right here trying to sell it to people on eBay and mercari for ridiculous fucking affordable prices just for the simple fact that I was trying to get it the fuck out of my house and nobody wanted it. I'm letting you people know right now, if I still belong to another DDR5 RAM card, I am not keeping it to resell. Scrap, 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 scrap. Straight to the scrapper you go. Fuck you people. And look, I understand scammers are a real thing you gotta be concerned about, but like, for the love of God, just talk to your resellers. Some of us don't mind chatting with you. Hell, if it was a possibility to do so, some of us would post further pictures or videos of us holding the item right in front of our face and post it in the messages if we fucking could. If I could post GIF or videos on the listings I make on eBay or OfferUp, I would, to confirm that my item is real and it's not a fake, it's not a fucking Photoshop or AI. It's actually a physical item in my hand that you will fucking get if I ship it out. But unfortunately, somehow, that's still not a thing that eBay or mercari have ever fucking thought of. And trying to sell people on these basically online pawn shops is damn near fucking impossible. Because people either don't want the affordable shit or can't find the affordable shit. And that's partially because you got these dumb fucks, the guys responsible for the platforms as resellers, trying to compete with retailers. Bro, how the fuck am I as an average dude in my home supposed to compete with Amazon? Make it make fucking sense. How am I supposed to compete with an Amazon retailer? The fuck? What the fuck do I look like? I'm just a guy in my bedroom trying to make extra cash. And by the way, if you're somebody out there that's actually doing pretty good on eBay, mercari, OfferUp, whatever the fuck, good for you. I don't give a flying fuck because it wasn't working for me for the over 5 years I fucking tried. And as far as I'm concerned, unless it's an item I want to keep, I'm not going to try to resell anymore. Well, for the most part, I am still trying a little bit more with these new platforms I've found out about, like Carrot and Vinted. But if just like with eBay, Mercari, OfferUp, Let's Go in the past, if it goes nowhere and offers me nothing, straight to the scrap or the trash the item goes. I got a brand new printer, still fresh in the fucking box, never fucking used. I don't know why my grandmother has it, and now I'm trying to resell it for her. Brand fucking new. No DRMs forcing you to buy only their cartridges. You can use any ink cartridge, any third-party ink cartridge. Yes, it does come with ink. For the low price of $20, nobody wants it. Brand new. Brand fucking... I have no use for a printer. No use. We have zero use for a fucking printer at all. Brand new fucking printer. $20. Nobody wants it. You know where it goes? After a few months? Like at least maybe 4 or 5. If nobody wants it, to the scrap or the trash it goes. All because I don't want to pay for the promote feature. Well, that's not the primary reason, but it's one of the biggest factors from my experience of trying to be a reseller. You know, and I don't scout, by the way. This is literally just an item I think my grandmother won at like a work raffle a year ago, 2 years ago. She said, "Oh, I got a printer. What do you need a printer for? In case I eventually get a computer and I might need it." No, you don't need it. You don't print shit out. You're never going to get a computer. Sure enough, she's never printed a motherfucking thing out, and she's never needed a computer. And now she's trying to have me resell it because she literally doesn't know what the fuck she's going to do with the printer. Bro, some people just don't fucking think, dude. Some people just don't fucking think. Some people just... I don't understand how somebody could be older than me, have more life experience, but they act like they've lived like only 2 years on this earth. Yeah, so I guess this isn't primarily a video on just the promote features between social media and online reseller platforms, but I guess just also a personal rant against reseller platforms because fuck them and their treatment against the average reseller thinking we're going to somehow compete with a fucking retailer on Amazon or Walmart. Fucking idiots. Fucking dipshits. Honestly. Moral of the story, don't pay for promote. Buy your own bot network or make your own. And I guess fuck eBay, fuck Mercari, fuck OfferUp. Maybe eventually fuck Carrot or Vinted. I don't know, because I'm going to at least give them a chance. But, you know, when it does eventually come that time, then fuck them too. I guess that's just about it. We're going to finally get back into the gaming in the next following video. I really just wanted to make this video so I have something to put out while I'm still working on some stuff behind the scenes for Be Quiet so I can move it over to Rumble and Odyssey. Shout out to those on those platforms. And, yeah, just so I can use this clip-on microphone one last time before I stop using it, probably for good. And so you guys can just tell me whether or not it's really going to make any fucking difference to the audio. Again, I am probably... Wait, did I mention this earlier? I'm already forgetting. Well, if I didn't, I'm going to post a bonus video of something I was doing on the sidelines. Not YouTube related, but just because. I'm going to bounce back and forth from that. Between the clip-on microphone and the phone microphone. Through the beginning of that video and the end, not the middle because it's going to be a recorded clip through the camera. But with some additional commentary at the beginning and the end, I'm going to purposefully go back and forth between both microphones like every 20 to 30 seconds. And I just want to see if anybody notices at all. I'm not even going to state that in the video. So if you don't know that from watching near the end of this one, those people are just literally they're not going to know. So we're going to see if they notice any difference. If they do, well, we'll see when they point out how weird the audio sounds back and forth. If they don't, well, then I know that this microphone wasn't really doing much other than maybe, helping a little bit with reverb and the pop filter sometimes, uh, depending on the room I'm recording in. But if I'm in a decent room like a recording, not too big, enough items, so I'm just not constantly bouncing sound off of smooth walls, nothing smooth in here with every item sticking out, then I really don't need it. It kind of doesn't make too much of a difference. At least I don't think it does. It just doesn't sound like it to me. But you guys, let me know. After that bonus video, I'm finally going to start using my brand new microphone, and hopefully my shit will sound crispy. We'll see by then. We'll use the new microphone when I start getting back to the gaming videos. Till then, HK out, and have a good one. Oh, and let me know what you think about eBay, OfferUp, mercari, reseller apps in 2026, and your thoughts on promote features in social media or reseller platforms. Okay, now I'm out. Have a good one.